You went to bed on time, got 8 hours of sleep, and yet, when the alarm goes off, you still feel completely drained. Then you arrive at work and see that one colleague who is already buzzing with energy, completely alert, operating on the exact same amount of rest. For most of human history, people woke with the sun and slept when it got dark. That changed during the Industrial Revolution. Factories required mass synchronization. We invented the time clock and forced everyone into a single, rigid schedule. That uniform schedule created a phenomenon called social jet lag. It is the chronic exhaustion that happens when your body naturally wants to sleep, but your alarm clock forces you onto a commute. We built a society around a single timeline, but human beings possess diverse, natural preferences for when we sleep and wake. These preferences are called chronotypes. Whether you struggle in the mornings or thrive at midnight is not a matter of willpower. Your preference for morningness or eveningness is actually written directly into your genetic code. Deep inside your brain sits the suprachiasmatic nucleus. It acts as your master biological clock. This node, influenced by variations in the PER3 gene, controls exactly when your body releases melatonin and when you reach peak alertness. This raises an interesting question. If we all belong to the same species, why did human DNA evolve to have different internal clocks? Researchers point to the hunter-gatherer Sentinel theory. Early humans lived in groups and slept outdoors. By staggering their sleep schedules naturally, the tribe ensured that someone was always awake to keep watch and guard against predators. That genetic diversity kept our ancestors alive. Today, those same survival traits clash with standard working hours, leaving a large portion of the population permanently tired. To understand how these different clocks operate today, scientists use questionnaires to map morning and evening tendencies. Clinical psychologist Dr. Michael Bruce divides this spectrum into 4 distinct biological archetypes. About 55% of the population are bears. Their energy aligns almost perfectly with the solar day, rising with the sun and experiencing a natural dip in the mid-afternoon. Roughly 15% are lions. They wake up early, hit their peak productivity in the early to mid-morning, and then wind down quickly as evening approaches. Another 15 to 20% are wolves. These are your classic night owls. They struggle heavily with morning alarms, but hit their cognitive stride late in the afternoon and well into the night. The remaining 10% are dolphins. They are light, irregular sleepers who often battle insomnia. Their productivity windows are shorter and highly variable. If you look at standard office hours, the corporate landscape was engineered almost exclusively to extract productivity from the bear. Everyone else is working at a disadvantage. Finding your place on this timeline gives you a framework. It explains exactly how society's default schedule is fighting your biology. This chart shows the risk factors associated with working against your natural clock. When evening types are forced into early morning schedules, they face significantly higher rates of depression, anxiety, and cardiometabolic diseases like obesity and type 2 diabetes. No amount of discipline or espresso will permanently rewire your DNA. The underlying chronotype exists on a permanent basis. Because you cannot alter your internal clock, you have to manipulate your external environment. The most effective tool for this is light. Getting bright outdoor light immediately after waking sends a strong signal to your brain to anchor your circadian rhythm. Conversely, cutting off screens and artificial light before bed protects your body's natural melatonin release. You can also use a strategy called task matching. Instead of trying to manage your time, manage your energy. Map your most complex, deep work exclusively to the specific hours when your biological archetype reaches its cognitive peak. We can let go of the guilt attached to missing an early alarm. By understanding our evolutionary programming, we can stop fighting our biology and finally work with it.